is, if we have a economic Armageddon, probably if it looks like the Depression, which I don't think it's going to look like the Depression because I think it's going to be worse. But if it looks like the Depression, the cash that you have at home is probably going to be the only thing that that's going to have any value. It's why I've been encouraging people for the last 2 years to start building some cash at home, because that's the only thing that you're going to be able to get your hands on from a survival standpoint if you need a little bit of cash. So, you know, you have to understand whether your money market money is in a bank that's FDIC insured, or whether it's in a money market account that is with a mutual fund company that's not FDIC insured. In the scenario of an economic Armageddon, it doesn't matter. The insurance is not going to mean anything. The only thing that the money in the bank, the insurance in the bank is going to mean is that it's going to mean the same thing it meant in 2008. In 2008, we had, in 2009, we had over 500 banks go bankrupt. The vast majority, I would say 95% of the account holders didn't even know the bank went bankrupt. They didn't even know. They didn't know that the feds came in and took over and that all deposits were insured. The bank closed Friday night, normal business, opened Monday morning, normal business, and it just was a different owner, different bank, different system on Monday, and nobody even knew it. So that's the upside to the FDIC insured. If there's a massive bank, closure, bankruptcy, then it's not going to matter. The government is going to have to get involved in a massive bailout. So they're not going to bail out mutual funds. No shot of that. They're not going to bail out the money market accounts that you have in your mutual funds. They're not going to do that. The only thing they're going to do, to some level, some way, shape, or form, they're going to bail out slightly some money that is on deposit. And I would hope that even though I don't want a bailout of the banks ever again, I think that was a huge mistake. They need to be allowed to fail and go bankrupt. I would hope that the government would bail out depositors, the average Joe. So, look, there is a certain point in time where it serves no purpose stressing or worrying about an economic Armageddon, because what we've got to realize is that it is almost irrelevant of what we have and where we have it, because it's not going to help. It's not going to make any difference. If you have some cash at home, you'll be able to buy some $20 a gallon gasoline to get to the emergency room, because they're certainly not going to take credit cards. Or use it to buy, a $20 dozen eggs or something. I mean, we're going to have the same similar situation that we had in the Depression in that regard. So that's the only thing that your cash is going to help you. I'll tell you what you're not going to do. You're not going to go to the grocery store and slice off some of your gold. Ain't going to happen. And by the way, I agree with the gold guys. Is it going to be $8,000, $10,000 an ounce? Sure it is. But it's what I always say. Unless you can get on a plane that night and get to Hong Kong with all your gold, it's not going to do you any good.